Good greetings to you all. In this video, we discuss the characters of Macbeth, written by William Shakespeare. We'll have a discussion of the main characters in the drama Macbeth. So we'll discuss one by one. Starting, the first character is Macbeth. Macbeth is a Scottish general and the Thane of Glamis who is led to wicked thoughts by the prophecies of the three witches, especially after their prophecy that he will be made Thane of Cawdor comes true. Macbeth is a brave soldier and a powerful man, but he is not a virtuous one because he is easily tempted into murder to fulfill his ambitions to the throne. And once he commits his first crime and is crowned King of Scotland, he embarks on further atrocities with increasing ease. Ultimately, Macbeth proves himself political intrigue because he lacks the skills necessary to rule without being a tyrant. His response to every problem is of violence and murder. Unlike Shakespeare's great villains such as Iago in Othello and Richard III in Richard III, Macbeth is never comfortable in his role as a criminal. He is unable to bear the psychological consequences of his own atrocities. And the next character is Lady Macbeth, who is Macbeth's wife, a deeply ambitious woman who lusts for power and position. Early in the play, she seems to be the stronger and more ruthless of the two, as she urges her husband to kill Duncan and seize the throne. After the bloodshed begins, however, Lady Macbeth falls victim to guilt and madness to an even greater degree than her husband. So her conscience affects her to such an extent that she eventually commits suicide. Interestingly, she and Macbeth are presented as being deeply in love, and in many of Lady Macbeth's speeches imply that her influence over her husband is primarily sexual, not a sort of soul love or anything. Their joint alienation from the world, occasioned by their partnership in crime, seems to strengthen the attachment that they feel to each other. And the next important characters are the three witches. The three black and midnight hags are called as the three witches who plot mischief against Macbeth using their charms, spells, and prophecies. Their predictions prompt him to murder the King Duncan, to order the deaths of Banquo and his son, and to blindly believe in his own immortality. The play leaves the witches' true identity unclear, aside from the fact that they are servants of Hecate. We know little about their place in the cosmos, really. In some ways, they resemble the mythological Fates who impersonally weave the threads of human destiny. They clearly take a perverse delight in using their knowledge of the future to toy with and destroy the human beings. And the next important character is Banquo. He's a noble, brave general whose children, according to the witch's prophecy, will inherit the Scottish throne. He is Macbeth's friend also. Like Macbeth, Banquo thinks ambitious thoughts, but he does not translate these thoughts into action. In a sense, Banquo's character stands as a rebuke to Macbeth, since he represents the path Macbeth chose not to take, a path in which ambition need not lead to betrayal or murder. Appropriately, then, it is Banquo's ghost and not Duncan's that haunts Macbeth. Macbeth was haunted by the ghost of Banquo. In addition to embodying Macbeth's guilt for killing Banquo, the ghost also reminds Macbeth that he did not emulate Banquo's reaction to the witch's prophecy. And next one is King Duncan. He's a good king of Scotland, whom Macbeth, in his ambition for the crown, murders. Duncan is the model of a virtuous, benevolent, and far-sighted ruler. His death symbolizes the destruction of an order in Scotland that can be restored only when Duncan's line, in the person of Malcolm, once more occupies the throne. Another character is Macduff, a Scottish nobleman hostile to Macbeth's kingship from the start. He eventually becomes the leader of the crusade to unseat Macbeth. The crusade's mission is to place the rightful king, Malcolm, on the throne, but Macduff also desires vengeance for Macbeth's murder of Macduff's wife and young son. And the next one is Malcolm, the son of Duncan, whose restoration to the throne signals Scotland's return to order following Macbeth's reign of terror. Malcolm becomes a serious challenge to Macbeth with Macduff's aid and the support of England. Prior to this, he appears weak and uncertain of his own power, as when he and Donalbain flee Scotland after their father's murder. These are the major characters in the play Macbeth. Then we have minor characters like the goddess of witchcraft, Hecate, then Banquo's son, Fleance. Actually, Fleance is the one who survives Macbeth's attempt to murder him. And at the end of the play, Fleance, whereabouts are unknown. Then a Scottish nobleman called Lennox is there. Another Scottish nobleman is appearing. His name is Rose. Then the murderers are there. Then a potter is there. The drunken doorman of Macbeth's castle. That is the potter mentioned. Then Lady Macduff. That is Macduff's wife. Etc. So these are the minor characters who are appearing in the play. Then Duncan's son and Malcolm's younger brother Donalbain. These are the main characters in the play. I hope you have understood. Thank you. Thank you for listening to me.